24 show. My name is Tonny Kwalanda, and I'm mentioning VAR because we're the VAR, our in-house TV47 VAR. We have the VAR referee on duty this particular afternoon, that is Inonda Emmanuel. And in this particular studio here, where we are doing the 90 games of this, what happened in the CHAN 2024, I have, of course, myself being the captain, and I'm being assisted by the gurus in these football matters, Fred Arocho, of course, who works also for Radio 47, and very many other mawe zingine mingi anafanyanga nazo kazi, and also as well Innocent Mutiso, three-time Kenyan Premier League champion, as well as former Harambee Stars player. Karibuni sana, gentlemen. And of course today Arocho is Arocho, tell us what is it
now.
Unashabikia Algeria leo na South Africa.
You know, questions have been flying left, right, and center. But this is called a kaftan. You need to Google. Okay. You know, Google should be your friend. Kaftan. A kaftan. K-A-F-T-N. A kaftan is a garment that symbolizes power and stature. No, you need to Google. It's called a kaftan once again. Yes. It symbolizes power and stature.
And of course, as you all know, Arocho is a person who has stature and power in the field of football in the country. That you don't even need to be told. Innocent is laughing because he knows that he feels the power and stature of Fred Arocho.
You know, everywhere he goes, he has presence. So sure. I can attest to that.
That's for sure. Yesterday, you, myself, and over 46,000 of you, 520, converged at the Kasarani Stadium and gave Harambee Stars power and stature to hold Angola to a very important point that we needed in Group A. Of course, we can see the results. Arocho, it didn't go as planned, but the boys, for sure, Benny McCarthy and the boys stood and rose to the occasion.
First and foremost, I'd like to congratulate our heroes. Why am I calling them our heroes? It is not easy to play such a match. In the 21st minute, you've already conceded a red card. You are playing at home. The pressure is on you. And for me, that deserved more than just the 1 point that we picked. Another hero for me is Marvin Nabuire. For me, Marvin is our hero. Why am
the red card person?
Yes, he picked a red card for Kenya. He was not selfish.
It was team red.
He'll miss 2 matches because it was a straight red card. You remember that initially he was given a yellow card. Then the referee withdrew that yellow card and gave him a straight red card. So that means that he's going to miss 2 straight matches. Basically, his tournament might be over. But he only played 21 minutes as a hero. And he made sure that we stuck with the 1-1 draw that was on at that particular moment. A good game for Kenya. Some might say it was scrappy. Yes, it was scrappy for Kenya. But look at the fact that Angola were ahead of us in terms of the league. Once again, I'm going to emphasize that this tournament is about the league, the local leagues. And that's why you see Morocco, Egypt is not there, but that's why you see Morocco and Algeria are performing very well in this tournament because their league are way up there in terms of the finances around the league, in terms of the quality of players that play in that league. Remember that these are 2 countries where good players don't live. Yeah. When they detect good players, they just keep them and give them better packs. Congratulations to Harambee Stars. The journey is on. The only problem I have is the next match, which I believe we'll discuss.
Yeah, we'll discuss it, of course, on a tail end.
Good job.
Yeah, they did a good job. And of course, we bring in Innocent. Innocent, from just speaking from what Arocho is mentioning, I was looking at the latest CAF standings or rankings of African clubs. The first 75. There is no Gor Mahia in the first 75. There is no AFC Leopards in the first 75. There is no Police in the first 75. It's only teams from Tunisia, Egypt, where Kaftan, where you got the Kaftan. Kaftan. Morocco, Nigeria. Why is so? Of course, I'm looking, looking at yesterday's game where we held Angola, who are in the top 20 in clubs in terms of the rankings that were released by CAF?
Well, I also saw the rankings this morning, and it came in good time because Kenya is nowhere to be seen in those rankings. And when you look at those rankings, you'll see Tanzanian teams, even Namungo FC, who have, I think, played like 2 Confederation Cup tournaments within the last decade. And I was a worried man because when you look at where Tanzania overtook us together with Uganda, it's within the last decade. And the previous regimes, we were used to mediocrity and impunity. And right now, when we are getting the international standards that we deserve, we deserve rightfully. When you are getting things in order, when you are getting the organization that Kenya deserves, we will get back to the map. Because when I was playing football, that is 10 years ago, whenever we played Tanzanian clubs, Simba, Yanga, Azam, name them, Singida, all of them, we used to beat them home, away, and neutral. But right now, I don't think any Kenyan club can get a friendly with Yanga or Simba, who are in pre-season in Egypt. I don't know if there's a Kenyan club which goes to pre-season outside the borders, outside Kenya, maybe at the border in Arusha, Namanga,
or Pale, Busia.
Or Busia huko in western part of Kenya. But it was a good show from our boys. I mean, I'll attest to what Arocha said, that Marvin Nabure took one for the team. He was not selfish. I know the keeper blundered. He should have returned that ball or cleared it away because he was under pressure. The field of play was drenched in water because just before the match, the sprinklers were put on and everyone was scampering because they but I think it was a good show, and playing over 69 minutes with the 10 men.
10 men, that was...
I mean, they put their lives on the line, and they played for the flag. They played for Kenya, they played for the fans, and also not forgetting the chums. Because once they went, 500,000, once they went one man down, I thought that this is
it was done.
Because in the first 6 minutes before that goal from Pacienza, let me say it in Portuguese. Pacienza, before that goal, there were so many intricate passes from Angola. We were like chasing shadows because they were finding so many spaces. But once we went one man down, it's like they did not know how to react. They did not know how to play with against 10 men. We did not see those spaces that they were finding when we were 11v11. We actually played better when we were 10v11 because we knew that we needed to work even much more harder so that we try and get that result. When the winner which was rescinded came in the 96th minute, my heart sank.
Everybody,
my heart sank, and I was almost drawn to tears. But then I was seated next to the famous coach Ken Kenyatta, and he told me, there's something going on the field. And when I looked up, it was the referee listening to the VAR. And once again, the VAR came to our rescue, deservedly so, because so many people are saying that Angola were robbed. But no, that was a clear offside. The VAR was used to perfection. And we talked about professionalism in the game yesterday here in the show. And we saw it yesterday. The referee was up to task.
The referees
did a fantastic job.
Yeah, referees are doing their job fantastically, and that's why that's the work of VAR, and that's why you also got a red card. I mean, if there was no VAR, I'm sure Nabwire will still be on the field, and we'll be playing 11 men, and you never know Angola will have beaten us.
And also, another point of contention that people are talking about is that red card, because guys are saying that Marvin was not the last man.
Yes.
But there's a rule called DOGSO. Denying an obvious goal-scoring opportunity, and that was it there, because it's always a straight red card. Straight
kabisa, and we are not sure if you're going straight into the knockout stages. Looking at Group A standings so far, Kenya is sitting, it's very lonely at the top with 1 point ahead of our incoming team that will draw against Morocco. So it's Kenya on 4 points, followed by Morocco, who are yet to play their game on their second game, which they are doing that on Sunday against Kenya. And then, of course, the others, that's DR Congo, Zambia, and Angola. So, Inonda, you can give us the group standings. As of course, Arocho tells us. Arocho, you say that we have no chance against Morocco. But looking at holding COSAFA champions, fine, COSAFA iko huko na kina Morocco wako huko. This gives morale to the boys in terms of, yes, you can do it against a giant like Morocco. Two-time champion.
I need to make a disclaimer here. What is my disclaimer? Guys, I'm a patriot. I love Kenya. I love Harambee Stars. But I'm a realist. I'm a realist in the sense that Morocco are way above us. And there's another thing that is also going to play against us, is the fact that Morocco have rested. We played a high-tempoed match yesterday. Morocco did not play. Yeah. The next match, they're playing us, Kenya. We are going to rest for about 2 or 3 days before we play Morocco. Morocco has had at least 5 days of resting. And remember that Morocco is the first team that came into Kenya for this tournament. This is a very serious side, ladies and gentlemen. So whatever I'm just about to say, I'm not saying it because I'm not a patriot. I'm saying it simply because I'm a realist. Ladies and gentlemen, what we need to do against Morocco is to manage that game. If in any case we're going to concede, let's manage the number of goals we concede, because it's going eventually to be to fight against us. What do I mean? You see, Morocco beat Angola 2 goals. If in any case they beat us past the 2 goals, it will be a disadvantage to us. You understand? Now, another match that is going to be a crunch match for us in this group is when Angola is going to play DR Congo. That game is going to decide our fate. Because you remember initially when we started this conversation last week, I said that we are going to pick 7 points. My prediction was we are going to beat DR. We are going to pick a draw against Angola. I said it, yeah?
Yeah, you did.
And I said that we're going to lose against Morocco. And we're going to get a slim win against Zambia. So with our 7 points, DR Congo is another team that might get close to us. Yes, so what we need to pray for is DR Congo pick a draw against Angola. Correct. So that they will have picked 2 draws.
And then the last match
and then their last match against Morocco, we believe, I believe that Morocco is going to win. Once again, I'm seeing Morocco picking 12 points. They're not going to drop any points in this group, going by their first match. I'm not saying this just on paper. I watched Morocco play against, they won against, against
they
Angola.
Beat Angola. Yes.
And you know, Angola is a very strong side.
Very strong.
So if Angola conceded 2 goals against Morocco, ladies and gentlemen, I am a realist. Arocho is a patriot.
I think I'm going to add another nickname to Arocho.
Yes.
And after Twiga, I will call him Octopus. So many things he has predicted, they are coming into fruition. Yesterday, he told us to look out for the number 9 jersey, Mafuta Afonso, and he was the man of the match.
Mafuta, yes.
In that game yesterday.
No, shake my hand. Please shake my hands. What did I say? What did I say?
We have to look out for him.
And what happened?
He controlled the proceedings in the middle of the park. He was so good. He was everywhere. He was everywhere. Anytime there was anything.
Jersey number what?
Jersey number 9.
Rastaman?
Mafuta Afonso. Rastaman, just like me. we are bad men. So it was a very good showing from Angola. But then again, you remember in a pre-match conference, our coach Benny McCarthy, who I think is a wonderful tactician. I saw it yesterday firsthand. He said that I think our possession will be around 40% to 60% because they possess a lot. But then again, they were possessing in the middle of the park. I saw the heat map, and the possession was for Angola was mostly around the middle third of the field. So it was not dangerous. And after scoring that intricate goal, or that very good goal, which was ilikuwa imepangwa vizuri sana hiyo ball. And after scoring that goal from Pacienza, from an assist by Benny, we thought that would be the end for Kenya. But no, we went to a low block, and we were trying to get them on the counter-attack. That was the one clear chance that they had. After that, they were getting half chances. They were shooting from far, and that is why they had 25 shots on goal.
On target, correct.
On target, they had 7 on target. Kenya had
goal 27?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 25, correct. Yeah.
Kenya had 6 shots toward goal, but only 1 on target. The penalty that our hero, mwenye tubeba kwa mugongo, Austin Odhiambo, aka Rolls Royce, scored. And Rolls Royce. No, he's a Rolls Royce.
Yeah,
Yani tournament imemkubali.
Imembeba, yeah.
Now, going to Benny McCarthy's tactics.
Yes.
When we were chasing shadows and those guys were really possessing the ball in the second half, he made some very good substitutions. In the second half, immediately, he brought in Mike Kibwage, and I think he stabilized our defense. He has experience. He stabilized. He put them. He was sniffing out all the dangerous balls which were coming in, and the likes of Omija is like they got renewed strength, and Sylvester, I think. They had a very good game. Our defenders yesterday, they really put their lives on the line. And in the 63rd minute, when the coach saw that the midfield is becoming too wary, he brought in Erambo and Ogam. And that's when the game changed.
Yeah, changed completely.
Because those two, they were occupying the midfield and the defense of Angola. So they were not coming in, they were not coming and possessing in and around our 18-yard. And that's when the half chances were really coming from Angola, and we were trying to push the teams forward. Yeah. And when Ben Stanley, in the 79th minute, when he came on, he should have been our hero after Marvin Nabwire.
Yeah, that goal should have actually gone.
He should have, it comes with experience. He's a young lad. Yeah. He brought in so much pressure.
Yeah, for sure.
And that pass, if he had given the overlapping Aboud Omar, our captain of the day, if he had given him that pass who overlapped, and Aboud brought in a square to Ogam, would have won that game 2-1. And you can see the way tides change immediately. Moments in football, when you don't score from a clear chance like that,
then there's always
the transition, and
always
Angola are so
reaction
good in transitions.
Yes,
they are so good because within 3 seconds they had the ball on the net.
The other side,
in the net, yeah.
So that was very. Kenya needs to learn from what they got from Angola, because now Morocco are lethal also on transition. And talking about Morocco, let's shift gears to Group C. I think I'm talking about Group C, where today we are having Algeria is taking on South Africa. These are 2 giants. The last time these 2 teams met was in a friendly in 2024, and it came out in a draw. The last time these 2 teams, Algeria versus South Africa, met in a CHAN tournament, Algeria beat them 2-0. Arocho.
Well, before I move to Group C, there's something I really need to bring out.
Yes.
I think our former coach was giving us a disservice. It's quite evident.
Everyone saw yesterday the tactics which were on
my laptop.
Our former coach, I'm not going to mention his name, but anybody who knows football knows who I'm talking about. Surely, with the lack of a better word, was getting money out of us without giving us any service.
Very true.
You could see the kind of substitution that Benny did.
Yeah, for sure.
Look at Mike Kibwage. You know, I was so fearful that we are going to clog our defense.
Oh, yeah.
But the way he planned that substitution, it came in so well. Rambo, the guy who came in, I think around
63rd minute, together with
could hold that ball. And that really helped the team because of composure. Somebody that people didn't really like how he played, but I still feel that he's a good player, is Boniface Mushiri. Mushiri was just put in a deep end. The game was too fast for him. The game had a tempo, the tempo was so high for him. But Boniface is one of, and I believe that coach will still give him a game. And if he's given a game, he'll prove me right that
off the ball was
Mushiri is very good.
He was very hard working.
That game was too big, the tempo was too high, and you know, he's not played for the national team for so long. So basically, I think he was just thrown into deep end. But coming back to this Algeria against
Group C, yes.
Yeah, Group C match. I'm seeing Algeria winning. I'm seeing Algeria winning because currently South Africa are struggling. Once again, I'm going to say it on this show, they lost in the finals of COSAFA at home against the very Angola that we've just talked about. So it's not a team that is that compact moving into this tournament. Look at the way Algeria played their first match against Uganda. Very confident. And that one for me was a statement. Algeria gave a statement of intent when they beat the host 3-0. For my prediction in this match, I'm seeing Algeria winning against South Africa, going by what I've just said, the current result. Soccer is about you're as good as your last match. Algeria are flying. South Africa might have picked a point here or there, but they're still struggling psychologically. This is not the South Africa we know. And you know, their league is strong, yes, but the league is infiltrated with a lot of players outside South Africa.
A lot of foreigners.
A lot of foreigners. So basically it dilutes the team when they come for such a tournament where local-based team players are required to give service.
Indeed, it's true, of course, as Innocent also weighs into that Group C, as we also look at the standings of Group C. I think shaona Group B tayari hapo hivyo. Let's look at Group C, where there's the Algeria, South Africa, Guinea and Uganda. Uganda itabidi tu wamejipanga sababu mambo ni ngumu sana. But of course Algeria definitely are looking to qualify with a very, not a very easy, as Arocho is putting it, against South Africa. Innocent, as you look of course at the standings and the chances of which teams are going to get out of Group C, Algeria, of course, is what Arocha has mentioned that will go through, which has, of course, Guinea, South Africa, Niger, and Uganda, as we also get into Group B, where Tanzania has already qualified. It's
time to get the calculators out because the permutations from this group are quite tricky. And these two teams, these two giants in African football will give us a very good showing this afternoon. The last time these two met, there was a 3-3 draw last year in friendlies. And South Africa being their first match in this CHAN, I think they will want to make a statement of intent and they will give Algeria a run for their money. We know very well how South Africa plays against teams from North Africa. They play very well. I remember in the African Cup in 2019, when everyone thought that Egypt will beat South Africa beat them 2-0. And it will be difficult for Nigeria to try and break down this team. Yes, they have the players, they have the ability to break down the defense of South Africa, and we will see how it will go. But I'd like to support Arocho in his straight win for Algeria.
Please cross the floor.
But South Africa will give them...
For me, that's a draw. Algeria, South Africa, I'll give it a draw.
Just like yesterday, you also predicted Angola and Kenya will be a draw. You were so adamant with that. You're also another octopus I'm seeing right now. And it will be a very difficult game for both teams, but the fact that South Africa also have not played any other game, they will try and look for a statement win, and I'm also seeing a huge draw in this game.
And then of course Arocho's team that went to Karatu, Senegal, are high flying. The defending, of course, the champions, they mean business in this particular tournament, and it will be easy for them. I'm looking at the games, of course, that are like Kina Sudan and all that, and Kina Congo. I don't think Senegal has anything. Of course, their first game was a hard one against Nigeria. Saini Kina Sudan and Congo.
You guys, are you seeing Karatu effects? Are you seeing Karatu effects in this tournament?
No, we have seen. What am I? Those were for some very good friendlies.
Yes,
those three teams.
As much as we never played in Karatu, I still believe that Karatu could have sharpened us even better. Look at Tanzania. Tanzania won against Senegal in Karatu. Tanzania are currently flying high. Because, you know, football, there are two categories. Three, if you ask me. There is training session, and I also believe you're going to attest to this. There is a friendly match, and there is a competitive match. Now, it is normally not easy to move from a training session to a competitive match. There must be a transition between training into a friendly match, then you move into a competitive match.
Build up your match fitness.
Yes, what am I talking about? There are players who are so good in training, fabulous. Ball handling, ball distribution, very good. But when you take him to a friendly match, he disappears. And there are players who are so good in friendly matches, but when you take him to a competitive match, they fizzle out. What am I trying to say in a nutshell? I'm trying to say that the tournament that was played in Karatu really helped Tanzania. Winning their 2 matches there. Now they've picked another 2 wins. So mentally, they're on a roll. And I believe that if Kenya was there, Tanzania could have not won all their 2 matches.
What about Uganda?
Well, Uganda, even when we were in Karatu, most of the officials said that this is not the best of Uganda. Currently, they are not doing well with their league at home. And basically, it's being reflected in this competition. But Karatu aside, I think Senegal is going to make it into the quarterfinals.
Yeah, easily for them.
They won their first encounter, and I believe it will be a role for them. Football is about, you are as good as your last match. If your last match you played well and you perfected your art, basically it will be reflected into this match. And that's why I feel that Morocco is going to have a very good day when they're playing against Kenya, because we really struggled in our match. But Morocco, two things. One, they've not played for 5 days. And two, they convincingly won their first match.
But Innocent will tell you, ukikaa sana pia misuli inaganda.
Inaganda. Ni ukweli.
Tukimaliza uko na dakika moja hivi.
This game against Morocco, yes, you cannot face away the fact that it will be a very uphill task for Kenya. But then again, we've seen when we are pushed to the wall, when you are against all odds, we come out as the Harambee Stars, as the stars that we go to the stadium to cheer on. And yesterday we saw it. I liked, I enjoyed seeing Bakari and the goalkeeper redeem themselves because they started very awkwardly. I think the pressure had got to them, and they have jitters within the first 10-20 minutes, but they picked themselves up, dust themselves down, and gave us a very good showing after the red card. And I enjoyed seeing Benny McCarthy bring in Kevin Okumu, aka Chumzi. He's my former teammate at City Stars, and he should be starting in place of Sakari there because I believe in his ability. He's a very good player, Kevin Okumu. And we'll just see. They all deserve to be there.
Yes.
They all deserve all the plaudits. Yes. And I mean, when's the last time Kenya did this well in an international competition, got out of the group stages? And right now we are on the verge of we are very well placed to get out of the group stages. If we get a draw against Morocco and beat Zambia, we will top the group.
Of course.
I was telling Arocho that, yeah, he should not underestimate us.
No.
Arocho tumemaliza.
Red card.
3 seconds.
I don't have a red card today. I don't have a yellow card. I have a green card. There's a police officer manning as you're coming through Kengeles, pale Nyayo. That in Aerodrome Road.
Aerodrome.
Yes, there's a police officer who is, I think, a traffic. Is it an inspector or a chief inspector? That guy, sikupata jina lake, but very understanding. When you're a police officer, si lazima uwe tu ni nguvu. The guy helped the situation at Nyayo Stadium, and akiwa labda anaona hii, ataona sura yangu, ataikumbuka. Good job. Police officer, sikupata jina, I'll pick his name next time, but good job.
Asante.
My green card. My green card.
2 seconds. Time imeisha.
Yes, definitely. The three legends, George Sunguti, Murila, and Tobias Ochola, they were honored yesterday by FKF, so my green card goes to FKF, and also all the fans that turned out yesterday, they're the ones who carried the boys until the last minute.
Chan 2024 on TV47. Fred Arocho, Innocent Msito, Tonny Kwalanda. Former coach wa Harambee Stars ni Engine Firat. Bye.